Hey everybody, welcome to the August of 2021 Patreon Q&A video. We're actually on time, for once. So let's just get on with it, shall we? Daniel Beddington, what advice would you give to someone who would like to start motovlogging? I have videos on that subject. Basically, just try and make the audio good as you can, make the video as good as you can, don't have downwards facing cameras and all that sort of stuff, and don't have awful audio, and try and do something that you enjoy. Yes. Do your thing. Don't just try and be a facsimile of every other person that came before and jump after what's successful.
Hippo Drone says, have you tried to ride a motorbike facing backwards? And what about facing front but with opposite hands on the controls? No.
Yeah, I'm guessing it was a no. I've not tried riding backwards. I've tried riding a push bike backwards. Didn't end well. I have tried, well, I have obviously held the throttle with my left hand when I've had to do things occasionally, but not very often. Flow, is it GIF or GIF? It's both, I think, officially, isn't it? Like, it's been kind of both, but it should be... I mean, I would refer to them as GIFs.
I call them GIFs.
Because if I say GIF, I just think of the cleaning chemicals, so...
Crazy Dog 98 says, favourite bike and least favourite bike?
I mean, if you want to say dream bike, my favourite bike would be the Zero SRS that I rode this year. Absolutely love that thing. I'd love to ride it some more. Otherwise, my favourite bike's my DR, as much as I also hate it. So it's a tricky one. So my DR, my favourite and least favourite, because it's my favourite because I love it and my least favourite because it never works.
My favourite is my bike now, and my least favourite, one bike I did not a test, but my practice
Wasn't that a YBR?
For like a day. I think it was, yeah, a Yamaha YBR. I didn't like it. Crazy Dog 98 again says, any top tips for someone who just started filtering?
Someone's done a
reply, but I
can't click on it. I have a video on that talking about new riders filtering and what you should and shouldn't do within reason. Crazy Dog has asked the same. Has asked another one. Last one. Dogs or cats? Cats.
Both.
She knows both. I've had dogs. I prefer
doggos and kitties.
If I was to have one now, I'd like a cat.
Yeah.
I don't have time for a dog. Dogs need a lot more attention.
They do.
I'll go to this one. Comic Biker. I'm sure I'm not alone in fixing up bikes and cars, wrecks and restorations kind of stuff. I was wondering, what's your dream project bike, car, boat, or, you know... I know you like bikes too. I wish I could be on them more, but I can't, unfortunately. I like working on them. I think I'd like to make a custom 125cc supermoto.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
Be able to like teak the frame and everything myself, but the time it would take to learn, and well, I mean, I can do a lot of these things, but like, yeah.
And the time it would take to do it as well.
Yeah, but yeah, that one.
Daniel Pemlet says, what's the best gear for lanky as fuck riders? I'm 6'4" and I struggle to find a long enough jacket. Don't ask me, I'm only 5'3".
I don't know really what to answer. Height has nothing to do with it, really.
What if every jacket you buy is too short in the arms?
And buy a bigger jacket.
Like every trousers I buy.
I'm 6'4", I just buy the gear that fits me. It does limit your choice a lot. But then you're just down to the questions of leather and textile and what's available. Pick what you want and find what you can get in your size. It is very limiting though at times. It also depends if you have wide shoulders and a narrow waist, or if you have like an equally like shoulders to waist and stuff. Apparently I'm at what's known as a German fit. I don't know if that's the real thing, where your shoulders are quite a lot wider than your waist. And I have found that things like Frank Thomas and the old Fly... The old Hein Garrick stuff fitted me great. There are some other things I've tried that didn't, so basically just go to a shop and try it on. J&S is a good place to try out. In fact, I've just bought a new pair of Frank Thomas gloves with my own money, and I'll let you know what I think of them in a couple of months' time. Mephisto, dearest Sprino, chain, belt or shaft drive? And should the chain be on the left or the right of the swing arm? If it's going to have a chain, it should be on the left, because that just freaks me out when it's on the right. I think belt drive ultimately is the best one, because it's the combination of fixability, repairability, cheap to replaceness in a drive system. Lasts longer than chains, but not expensive, as expensive to fix as shaft drive, and I don't think you have as much power loss through belt either. So technically belt I'd say is the best thing, and I don't fully understand why bikes don't use it more. Maybe it's a power thing. But they put them on massive things. So,
Yeah.
although then width for how much torque it can take, or yeah, you know, I can see why they go that way.
I'm not experienced enough to have an opinion. Josh Feehan says, never trust a fart.
Okay.
That's a statement.
That's a statement on a question, but it's fine. We'll let it. Anthony Buttersworth, hi you two. Now you have a bobber. Would you have an electric Harley Davidson? I don't have a bobber. I had a bobber on loan. I would like to try the electric Harley. Yes, definitely. I'd like to try some Harleys. I've never ridden a Harley, to be honest with you. No, I've not.
Paul Piggott says, hey, Respiso. I hope you're both well. Just a quick thank you for all your vids. They played a big part in me passing my 4A licence last year.
Hell yeah.
Plus, thank you for the advice last year about getting a Suzuki V-Strim. I got it last week and it's great. Really love cruising around North Wales. Oh, I got the 1000cc. Much love, guys. Lex Ryder.
Cool, and congratulations.
Well done.
Lee Bayliss, would you ever consider doing a car review if someone offered all expenses paid? What, like getting a driving licence? No, I hate cars. I hate being in them. I don't know anything about them.
I can drive a car, just not
You don't
legally.
have a licence either.
No, I don't.
I can drive a car,
licence.
but I can't legally.
Paul Dunkley says, hi to you both. After watching one of your Triumph Bobber videos, and I agree that the bike does look good, I happened to see one outside a shop in Eastbourne. After drooling over it for half hour, I picked up my jaw and moved on. I will probably never see one again, so thanks for the great videos on it. Much love and keep up all the good work.
I think you might see a few more out there, but yeah, it is a very nice looking bike. Robo Ninja 300, hey guys, do you prefer handlebar mounted mirrors, bar end mirrors, or mirrors mounted on fairings like on the CBR XJ6? Personally, if it's on a sports bike, I would want them to be where they normally are, you know, on the fairings, although it does make them quite wobbly unless there's a framework underneath those plastics. Bar end mirrors I don't really like because I find they don't work that well and they make the bike that little bit wider. So I would just not have mirrors, which I know a lot of people freak out about, but I've had bikes where I couldn't use the mirrors and I've got used to doing a lot of shoulder checks. But if you can fit them, I would have them, and yes. On bars is probably the best for bikes that would have that, and yeah.
Lee Bayliss says, hi Spice Reno. Just a thought, doesn't your stomach see all potato foods as mash, whether it be chips, baked or boiled potatoes, etc.?
Pretty much, yes. Well, I suppose no, because mash would be mash if you had like new potatoes.
I
that would be
imagine,
chunkier.
I imagine it like a baby potato eating it, and this is your stomach, it goes into the acid and then it gets acidified. If you have mash, it's already mashed, so it just goes and then it spreads out and then it acidifies it. Science lessons from Reno.
Not necessarily real science, but anyway. Ghosty, why do people not join Patreon to get access to videos early and the wonderful community that that is Discord? They miss out so much free entertainment and fun times with Spicy.
Yes.
Thank you, Ghosty. People have... Oh, again, I can't...
There's so much that goes on in a Discord.
It's very active. I do very much appreciate, you know, the 0.3% of the people who make this channel possible at all. Without you, I would be stuffed. But anyway, Mephisto again.
Mephisto says, if you had to choose, would you rather remove half of the shrimp species or a quarter of the moth species? Gone forever with any the environmental damages following. Oh, that was hard to read.
I think...
None! I don't want to get rid of any of them.
Biomass in the sea... Well, going on biomass and what they do, I would have said shrimps probably are more important than moths because other things can do pollination.
That's true. A lot of things will eat shrimps.
But there's also all the cleaning up they do.
Yes. But I don't want to get rid of any of them.
Well, I'm going to say that the moths are going to go and the shrimps will survive.
Shrimpies!
Mark Lally, hey Spicy Reno, this is for you, Spicy. Are you still going to reveal your real name at 100k subs? I never was. That was a joke. No. It's just pointless at this point. It'd be weird if I don't like the name. I very rarely get called that name, and it just brings a little bit of extra like privacy to having, you know, some part of my life not being out there.
Avocado says, where do squirrels go during hurricanes? Also, come down onto White Cato's for your premium potato
Don't read that out. Go in his unregulated temperature hot tub, burn your toes. Squirrels go into, well, I guess bushes and stuff, maybe holes in trees. Or they go into the stratosphere.
No, the squirrels!
Okay, Blue on 2, new to Patreon. Have you considered Patreon-only giveaways? I know it's sometimes hard to get hold of products to then give away, but as patrons, we're in for the long haul, so even if it's twice a year, maybe you're not joined getting the actions. Okay, so on to that one. To my understanding, I'm not allowed to do giveaways through Patreon because it would class as a lottery if you have to pay to enter for a chance to win without a question to make it some skill level thing. It's a lottery and you need a gambling license to do it, and Patreon, I believe, has a rule that just says, to clarify these things, no giveaways. However, I have seen other channels doing Patreon giveaways, so I don't know, but my understanding was Patreon explicitly says no giveaways. Fun questions. Did we invent math or did we discover it? Well, we discovered it because it's truths that exist fundamentally. We just interpreted them, so 1 + 1 is 2 was that before we decided it was.
Yeah.
I guess. Especially as some things have a ratio in like physics, that it's important that things are in balance, and if balance exists, then technically amounts exist, and you can have even amounts, and then by having amounts you've got numbers. So yeah. Is it really possible to experience anything objectively? I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that.
Maybe if you have an out-of-body experience. Like an anxiety attack or dissociation.
I'm not quite sure what your context of that one is.
No, I don't really understand that.
Love your content and have done for the best part of 9 years now. We will reach that 100k. No one deserves it more than you, mate. From Blue on 2. I won't say your name because I don't know if you want it out there, but yeah, thank you very much. Oh, well, you wrote it, so Toby. Panda Copyright. Hi, still too tall, 110, and Reno. How tall is too tall? To anything over 6'4", I class as being too. No,
7 foot, maybe over 7 foot, probably too tall.
Panda is 6'7", so he's taller than me.
Oh god, jeez.
I think really, ideally, anything over about 5'11" in this world is starting to get into the beds aren't made for you. Like door height, beds, low ceilings, just general
the world becomes
everything. Bikes, the size of bikes and stuff. Yeah.
Bathtubs.
I think anything over like 5'11", 6 foot, something like that is starting to get a bit. Oh, also shrimpies. Shrimpies. We showed the shrimpies in the last one. They've got eggs now.
Yes, the shrimpies are pregnant.
Pregante
shrimpy.
Pregnant.
Perginat. Pregat shrimpies.
Yeah.
I am waiting for the shrimplets.
Yeah, they are also known as shrimps.
Yeah.
Anyway, last one.
James the Naked Snake. Hey Reno, the Supremo. Oh yes, I like that. And Spicy the Almighty. Yes, these are great. I'm hoping I've not missed last orders and hoping you're both keeping yourselves well. Either together or on your own, you can each take out 5 people, dead or alive, for an all expenses paid weekend stag do like event bender. Who would it be, why, and what would you get up to?
I know people want to say like meeting your heroes and things. I would like to meet maybe a member of my family, but they're not going to really fit in. So I'm going to say I'm going to get all the worst world leaders and I'm going to take them to Nando's. And then I'm going to lock them in a room together for a year. Oh, you said a weekend.
Yeah,
right, for the whole weekend, and see if they become more tolerant.
Why Nando's?
I can annoy anyone, I guess.
I have no idea, and it would take me 10 years to even figure out, decide. So I don't know.
That was the last question. Thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for the support of the people who join Patreon. The benefits of Patreon, the cost is like about £1 a month at the lowest point, and all the tiers I have, you get the same rewards, whatever the price is. They're just higher prices so people can donate more. You can actually manually go in and change it yourself, but people didn't quite get, a lot of people said I didn't get you could do that, and it's easier if I can just click on the number I'd like to do. So, that's the way that works out. You get Patreon exclusives, and there's already loads on there to watch. You get to be part of the Q&As, you get to be on Discord, which means like you can chat to me on there if I'm around. And we voice chat quite regularly. Been playing quite a lot of Call of Duty with people and stuff, so I'm very, very active with people. Even Jake ends up in my Discord sometimes, and sometimes I end up in Jake's, but Jake's is another Patreon-only one, so you know, if you want to support a couple of creators on Patreon while you're doing it, maybe consider supporting Jake as well as myself. He's a very good mate of mine, and we're both doing things in a similar way, and we both could do with more people helping support our channel the way that we do it. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.
Bye.